Alright guys, welcome back to another Seek More Outdoors. Today we're just I've got 3 different rifles out here with me. I'm getting them sighted in to get them ready to do the actual review video on, but I figured I'd just bring y'all along while I'm getting them ready. First one's going to be the 17 HMR Ruger American. This is the same one we shot the fire extinguisher with. So you've seen this one before. The other 2 you haven't seen. This one here just picked up the other day. This is another Ruger American Predator, the 223 Remington. Got a Vortex Diamondback on it, HP. It's the 4-16. And then the third one, I actually started doing a video on this one and then never uploaded it. This is the Smith & Wesson, the M&P 15 and 5.56 or 2.23. Right now I do have a lot of scope on here, mainly because that's just what I had. This one here's a Strike Eagle 4-24 by 50. I do have the sunshade on there. We're going to see if we can't get it sighted in and actually do a review on it. Last time I tried it didn't turn out real well, so it's got a few aftermarket things on it, but we'll go over all that in the actual review video, as well as the details on the other ones. On the Ruger American here in the 223, this here's going to be kind of a first impressions deal because I've not shot it yet. It is the exact same gun as the 22-250. We also done a fire extinguisher video with it. Again, they're the same gun, just chambered in 22-250, and this one's chambered in 223. But again, we'll go over some more details on it, you know, in the actual review. This video is basically just going to be me talking and getting them zeroed and shooting a little bit and seeing how they do. Got a couple of different types of ammo. I got some of this Fiocchi here loaded with I think they're VMAX, and then got some these here, the Federal Premium. These are loaded with a Nosler ballistic tip, 55 grain. That's the same thing as these are, I think. And then I've got just some Federal American Eagle, you know, full metal jackets there. But we'll get started shooting here and see if we can't get these zeroed in. Like I said, I'm going to start with the 17. It should be real close, but I had to change the rings on it. They were a little bit too low, so it shouldn't be too far off though. Let me get these here set up and we'll start shooting. Alright, we got the targets and stuff set up there, so we're going to start shooting and see where it's at. Like I said, the only thing I changed on here is I went to a little bit taller ring. The other ones were pretty low, so I don't think it'll be too far off. We'll get started here. So far that's 2 in the bullseye, so may not have to make any adjustments. And all those are pretty well in the bullseye, so I can't remember if I sighted this in for the fire extinguisher video at 25 or 50. There shouldn't be a whole lot of difference in it, but right now they look like they're all touching bullseye. We'll walk down there and give you a closer look since I'm not running a GoPro down there today. Well, that's what it's doing right there at 50. Maybe just a shade low. May raise it up just a touch, take a couple more shots and see what it looks like. But we'll go back up here and dial it up just a little bit and take a couple more shots, see what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to dial it up just a little bit, take a couple more shots and see what it looks like. Alright, so we come up 4 clicks there. That ought to be just about where I would want it. We are shooting the 17 grain Hornady. I also have some of the Hornady 20 grain. They're the XTPs. I'm going to shoot a couple of them and see how they do at 50 as well. So we come up on the crosshairs 4 clicks there. So let's see what they look like now. And that looks pretty good there, so I'll take you down there and get a closer look in just a second. I'm going to shoot a couple of these 20 grain XTPs, I think is what they are. I'm kind of hoping that these are just as accurate. I think they'll be a little bit better as far as shooting coyotes with it. A little heavier bullet, probably hold together a little better than that. I think their VMAX is what the other ones are. But let's do a 5-shot group with these 20 grain XTPs and see how they do. I'm going to be shooting at that hole that was on the far left of the target. One more. They definitely sound a little hotter, but the group down there doesn't look near as tight as it does with the 17 grains. But we'll walk down there and take a closer look at it. Alright guys, so this was the first little group we were shooting, and then we made our adjustment and come straight up. That's trying to hold, dead center. And then that was the group that we shot there after I raised it up 4 clicks. That's with the 17 grain. I think they're VMAX bullets, but that's about what I would want. And then I was aiming here with the 20 grain XTPs, and there's our 5-shot group right there. It's not a terrible group. Alright guys, the next one we're going to get sighted in, here's the M&P 15 Smith & Wesson. Shooting the Fiocchi 50 grain. They're also loaded with the I think it's a VMAX bullet, but we're just going to sight it in at 50 yards, and maybe we'll shoot it at 100 later, but let's take a couple shots and see how it does. Looks like it's a little bit low. Not too bad. It's hitting a little bit left. Move it to the right just a touch. touch low. It's not too bad. We'll load up one more and just try it down there at 100 on an 8-inch steel plate, see how it does. The sun's getting bright. Well, we hit it. Alright, so that's going to do it for that one. We got it close enough that whenever we're ready to do a 100-yard zero, that we're going to be pretty good shape there, I believe. So let me get this other gun set up and ready to shoot, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we got the Ruger American Predator 223 up here. Let's take our first shots with it and see what we think. It's not too bad. I guess I done pretty decent on the bore sight because it's just above bullseye to the left, so we need to go to the right just a touch. Stacking them in there pretty good for a brand new gun. It's the last shot here. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can't hit that steel plate at 100. Alright, there was the first 6 or 8 shots through it. So right off the get-go there, it seems like a boat's a little stiff on it, but hopefully that'll change as it gets some more rounds through it. I'll go over more of it in the actual review of the gun, but you know, just right off the bat, the first things that I've noticed is the bolt is stiff and the magazine is pretty sloppy loose. I don't really like that. I plan on changing out this base here and going to a flush style, kind of like the 22-250's got. Also, I've got a 243. It's flush. I like it a whole lot better. Not a big fan of the magazines hanging out the bottom of a bolt action. But again, we'll go over more of that in the actual review. We're going to walk down here and take a look at these groups here that we shot with it in the M&P 15. So let's go down there and take a look at them. Alright guys, so here's the M&P 15. First couple of shots hit low. We made some adjustments, come up, moved it to the right just a touch, and that's kind of our final little group there. Again, we're going to try to get these sighted in at 100. Been shooting today at 50, just trying to get them close. Then on the Ruger American, as you can see there, like this was our first shot, and then our second, and we just kind of kept walking it over a little bit, and that was our final little group there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like about 4 or 5 shots right there that I can cover with my thumb pretty easy, which ain't that impressive at 50 yards, but that's where we started at. So we'll get moved out to 100 maybe next weekend and go from there. Alright, so as you've seen there from the groups of the 2 rifles, they didn't group too bad. I mean, it's only 50 yards, but like I said earlier, we're definitely gonna move out to 100 with them probably next weekend, hopefully. Whenever we do the review video, it'll probably be do the review, kind of talk about it more in detail, and then do some 100-yard groups with it. I have several rifles right now to do reviews on. Some of them I own, some of them are on loan to me from Woods Armory. We've got the three you've seen today. Got the 22-250 to do a review on. It's another Ruger American. I have a Savage that's in a custom stock and 300 Win Mag. I have an M77 22 mag wood stock. Gonna do a review on it, but the weather's not been real great around here the last couple of weeks, so I ain't been filming a whole lot. Today's the first day I've got to film since I've done the videos on the shooting the fire extinguishers. Like to do a couple more of those. We've only been using some smaller caliber stuff. I'd like to move up and, you know, hit them with 30-06 or, you know, 300 Win Mag, 350 Legend, something like that, something a little bigger. You know, makes for a little bit more exciting video. But that's going to do it for today, I guess. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.